Hi buddy, are you a stock investor from United States or are you currently a Alibaba shareholder? I have a good news for you. So in this video, I will be sharing with you what is Alibaba current situation and what is the latest updates on Alibaba stock itself and what is my forecast for Alibaba stocks. And number 4, what is the good news for all United States investors out there? So stay tuned to the end. What is Alibaba current situation? We all know that currently, as of today, 14 January, in November 2020, Ant Group IPO actually get delayed, and this is due to the Chinese regulator. On December 2020, Donald Trump actually came out with new policy. They are able to delist all foreign companies or Chinese companies that are listed in the United Stock Exchange if they did not fulfill any of the rules and regulation within the next 3 years. And December 2020 again, Alibaba get fined failing to report deals to the Chinese regulators regarding some deals. And on December again, Alibaba got into anti-monopoly investigation by the Chinese regulators. And on January, few days back, Alibaba actually suspected missing. Followed by recently, just few days ago, US consider banning Alibaba from the United Stock Exchange. So all these negative news have led to Alibaba went into a saga that the stock price went down from $300 to around $220 within 2 months. The reason I put this flags over here is to let you know the news is regarding the Chinese regulators or the US regulators. As we know from Ant Group over here, the delay or the suspend of Ant Group IPO is due to the Chinese regulators. And followed by this, Alibaba get fined is by the Chinese regulators as well. And over here, the anti-monopoly investigation is also by the Chinese regulators. So in my opinion, if the news is regarding Alibaba and the Chinese regulators, the impact is small. In my opinion. Why? Because Chinese regulators will not want Alibaba to die. And that is my opinion. Because Alibaba have contributed a lot to the Chinese economy by hiring more employees, by giving the Chinese government taxes and etc. So Alibaba indeed have helped the whole China economy to boom. So no matter how much the regulators want to ban or fine or penalize Alibaba, no matter what, in my opinion, it's a family matters. In my opinion, when Chinese regulators is having conflict with Alibaba, it's just like quarrel or conflict between father and son. No matter how much the father want to punish or penalize the son, no matter what, they are still blood ties, they are still family members. At the end of the day, they want the best for each other. And let's talk about the other 2 news over here. Firstly, the Trump's new policy to delist Chinese company within the next 3 years. Next, the most recent news regarding US considering banning Alibaba from the US Stock Exchange. Regarding the first news, it is the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act. And this mentioned that Donald Trump signs a law that could delist Chinese companies from US Stock Exchange if the Chinese companies or foreign companies do not comply with US auditing rules within 3 years. That means foreign companies and Chinese companies have 3 years to comply with the rules. That means there are still time to play with, and in my opinion, Alibaba will definitely comply with the rules based on their past track records. However, the most recent news, which is 7 January, the US regulators mentioned over here, they are considering adding Alibaba and Tencent to China investment ban. So Alibaba latest updates, which is yesterday, United States mentioned that they won't ban investment in Alibaba, Tencent and Baidu. Okay, and it is confirmed that among the 35 companies that the DoD has blacklisted so far are Chinese top chip makers, SMIC and etc. But Reuters and other outlets reported earlier on Wednesday, and it is confirmed on Wednesday that the administration mentioned that the plan has been scrapped to blacklist tech giants such as Alibaba, Baidu and Tencent. So it mentioned that Alibaba will not be put into the blacklist and Alibaba will remain in the US Stock Exchange. So if you are US citizens or residents holding on to Chinese stocks, what may happen right now and what may happen in the future? Okay, this may happen because it is confirmed that if you are holding on to China Telecom, China Unicom, or China Mobile, which is confirmed, you may be forced to trim your portfolio. That means you may be forced to sell off your investment. However, right now we understand that Trump is leaving the White House, so all these policy may change again. So what are the positive impact over here, as we know that Alibaba is here to stay? BABA will remain in US stock exchange, and it will increase confidence for US investors and global investors in Chinese stocks again. And number 3, there will be more liquidity in the stock market because initially US investors may be banned from Chinese stocks. And right now, if US investors are being open again and not banned from Chinese stocks, US investors are able to invest in Chinese stocks, and this will provide more liquidity in Chinese stocks. And most importantly, US investors will have the opportunity to ride on the growth of Alibaba, Baidu, Tencent, and many other Chinese stocks as well. So this is definitely a good news for you if you are US citizens or US residents or current Alibaba shareholders. So let's celebrate! So what is my personal forecast for Alibaba? In my opinion, BABA stocks will reach $300 back again. However, it may take at least a few months because we all understand that fear, the emotion of fear, always supersedes the emotion of greed. Let me share with you this analogy. For example, I mentioned that 2 kilometers away, there is $1 million cash for you. Will you run there to pick up that $1 million? Maybe yes, maybe no. You must be wondering, is it a real cash or what currency is it? Or whether there are competition, are there other people running towards the $1 million as well? So there's a lot of stuff in your head, and you may or may not run towards the $1 million for yourself. So this is greed, the emotion of greed. People are still wondering whether there are such things. However, what about fear? What if I mention that there is a lion right behind you 1 meter away chasing you? What will you do? You will not even consider anything. You will just run as fast as possible for your life. Can you see that? So one is fear, which is the lion scenario, and one is greed, which is the $1 million cash for you. And usually human beings react to fear much faster. And that is also the reason why the speed of stock price fall is always faster than the speed of stock price rising again. So that is why it may take 1 month for the stock price to drop 30%, but it may take another 5 months for the stock price to go back to the same point again. If you want to know more about how I personally determine and calculate the exact price to enter BABA stocks, do check out this video as I mentioned about the step-by-step guide over here. The reason I'm sharing with you all this information is so that you have different perspectives and opinions towards Alibaba stocks, so that you can make a wiser decision for yourself and profit from the stock market in the long run. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Do subscribe to this channel so that I am able to share more insights with you and we can profit from the stock market together. I will see you in the next video.